Here we have a new 2025 Hyundai Kona. This one comes in the limited trim level with all-wheel drive in Neoteric yellow. And then we have the black H-Tex interior. Powertrain consists of a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And I apologize, this one's got a little bit of pollen on it, but as we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. And a nice Iron Man look for the Kona. That's kind of been its appeal, I think, over the years, but ever since the redesign or refresh, it just looks that much more like Iron Man. But down here, 19-inch alloy wheels, passive keyless entry on the front, power door lock controls. We get one-touch up and down windows for the front, regular power windows for the back, rear window lock, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors. Gas tank latches there, hood release here. That's for the lift gate. And then we also have an electronic parking brake, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. There's the power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. And there's the seat itself. But a big thanks to Hyundai of Cool Springs here for allowing me to review this Kona today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Let's go ahead and take a look at this rear seat space. I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, and not terrible. I can actually fit back here, so for a vehicle this small, it's pretty impressive. Seat back pocket on the passenger side, 2 USB-C charge ports, AC vents are there. And there's a look at the front from back here. And then this middle seat folds down, bottle holders are right there. Now this has, I don't know if they're floor mats or, I think they're crossbars actually. So that's why that seat's folded down. But it just shows the versatility of these, because you can see that that's being held pretty nicely without having to fold the front seat up. There's a gas cap there. It's a little crowded out here, so I had to make a spot or find a spot and hold on to it. That's why it's just kind of weird out here. The rest of the parking lot is completely flushed, but found a little space over here that I'm hoping to keep for a second. So power lift gate, you can see, open that up. Top tethers are integrated on the back of the seats. I can't really show underneath here, but side pocket right there on the left side if you want to have stuff in the back that's not rolling around. But yeah, this is kind of heavy. I might be able to lift up a little bit. Yeah, there's a spare there. So that worked out. Now the Neoteric yellow, I will say, it's kind of growing on me. It kind of has like a green tint to it, which just makes it pop out in public. But to fold that seat flat, just pull up right here. As you can see, it's already been folded, so. Then you get a manual front passenger seat here. We can pump the seat up or down there. Seat back is controlled there, and then the seat bottom, you pull that lever there. Now, I like that we have ambient lighting, and then we have a little storage area there, and then glove compartment here. And I almost forgot to mention, we do get a Bose sound system too. But as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And again, that's a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Then turn signal indicators are right there in the side mirrors. So love the leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels really nice. There's the horn sound there. Over here to the radio, this is a 12.3-inch screen, I believe. Navigation system. And then you also have your wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. on top of the audio sources that you get, which include your AM, FM, and XM radio. Hazards are here. You can set up this favorite button here. Obviously volume knob, just had to use that. But a pretty easy system to get used to. In your settings here, go to general and you can change your language there. You also can change your date and time and whatnot and all of that. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Front camera there, then you also get that top down view on the right side. Down here, dual zone automatic climate control, so you can adjust temperature on either side there, set the auto mode there, cut the whole system off. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to use. And then down here, one of my favorite things about the Konas is you have this right here that kind of lights up when one of your passengers doesn't have their seatbelt on in the back. And it's just kind of up and in your face, nice and bright, where you typically look to charge your phone or whatever, and it's just right there. So if you forget to put somebody's seatbelt on or to tell them, you see that there. 2 USB-C ports, wireless charging pad, 12 volt. And then down here, excuse me, you get your heated cooled seats for the front, 2-stage heated steering wheel, automatic brake hold. You can pull up the parking camera on the fly, parking sensors, and then click this for the differential lock, and then you can turn it to go through your drive modes. You get normal, sport, and snow there. Bottle holders here, pretty good space in the middle, and you can close off the cup holders if you want to. And then a little center console cubby space. Now there's a look at the back seat from up here. This does have a sunroof, and we do get a power sunshade, which is actually pretty impressive, I think. So that's motorized, and then you can slide that back. And that's how far it goes. And you can one-touch close it as well. All those controls are there, and there are your lights. Now vanity mirror right there. There's a light for that. I didn't mean to flip y'all off, sorry. Now back to the steering wheel itself, blinkers, and then you do have the curbside camera as you hit the blinkers for either side, which I love Hyundai does. And then you have your auto high beams you can toggle, and then your headlamp controls. And then windshield wiper controls on this side. So one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here. And then you have your rear wiper there. Now, one thing that's cool about this vehicle is you do have the ability to use paddle shifters. You get those behind the steering wheel. Smart cruise, you can turn that on or off. And you can go through your submenus of the gauge cluster there. And then when applicable, you can use this scroll bar right here. It'll go through all of your options, tire pressure monitors and whatnot. And then for the smart cruise, you can adjust the speed, pause, resume, gap adjust for that, lane centering assistant, you can toggle that there. And then this mode button is to go through your audio sources, voice recognition, track list or radio station presets, volume, and then up, down, you can click to mute. Another custom button, Bluetooth button. And then for your shifter, hit the brake, pull that way for reverse, pull this way for drive, kind of tap down for neutral from either way, and then press on the side there for park. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob. See if I can get the plastic off. With remote start there. And then you also have the semi-autonomous park feature there, so you can pull the vehicle in or out from a tight squeeze if you need to do that. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited with all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Kona here, great pickup, pretty quick. Love just having the turbocharged 4-cylinder. You wouldn't think a 1.6 turbo would have this much get up and go, but it does. Feels absolutely fantastic. And I love just being able to use the paddle shifters on the fly. But overall, driving for this, I like in the sport mode, you get that stiffer steering feel. It makes a huge difference. You feel like you're in a sportier vehicle than you're actually in, but totally okay with that. And especially if you wanted to take this for some very, very light off-roading, just having that all-wheel drive capability, along with the stiffer steering, would just make that very fun. Now again, I say very light because these are not meant to go off-road necessarily, but it'd be a lot harder to get stuck in one of these with all-wheel drive. But I like to keep this in sport mode because you can kind of dictate how much power you're getting even with the gas pedal without having to necessarily dial it down to normal mode or something like that. And then when you want the power, you can actually put your foot down and feel it. So I'm going to try to give it a pull getting on the interstate here. I think I might actually have space to do that. Here we go. So again, pretty quick for a 1.6 liter turbo 4. Let's give it another slight pull here. So that's the other thing. In sport mode, it does want to give it a lot more than you necessarily are trying to give it. But lane centering assist, smart cruise, makes those longer treks just a bit more enjoyable. And I'm gonna turn the drive mode to normal for the rest of the test drive. But I mean, doing 70 down the interstate, wind noise isn't terrible. Road noise, you can hear it a little bit, but this stretch of the interstate is pretty rough anyway. I'm just admiring this GT63 in front of me, but yeah, I mean, this is an easy vehicle to really, I mean, you're getting 29 miles per gallon highway, 23 city. So again, you have that capability while also having something that gets relatively good fuel economy. And merging power is actually pretty good. Had a little hesitation there, but I mean, this car isn't meant to be dragged. And again, it was in normal mode, didn't know what I was trying to do, so then it dropped the gears and disappeared. Oh man. Now I do want to give one more thanks to Hyundai of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Kona today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, almost $37,000, it is steep, but you get heated, cooled seats, your navigation, your wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, your sunroof, the all-wheel drive capability, the 1.6 Turbo 4, which is actually pretty potent in my opinion. But you get something that's fun. Love the color. And it's just, you're getting the top of the line trim and the best of the best that you can get on a Hyundai Kona. So that's why the sticker price is a bit steeper. Are there other options out there? Yes, but really at this point it's all based on opinion and what you like. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited with all-wheel drive.